Pullze Check podcast. Today, as always, we got my boy JGOD. JGOD, how we feeling, bro? It's been like a week since we've done a podcast.
Well, we've done so many watch parties.
Yeah,
We've been live talking about these things, but literally over the course of 6 hours,
we talk about literally everything.
Yeah.
So for those of y'all who don't know, or anybody tuning in from YouTube right now, we literally talk we literally been watch party. Oh shoot, what the heck just happened? There you go. Sorry. We've been watch partying quite literally every day for the last 15 days.
Something like that, yeah. Because there's
nuts.
the Vondel tourneys, they had 5 of them. We have the 5th one tomorrow. We had a bunch of the Warzone versus CDL, which finishes off Friday, and there was 5 of those things. So that's already 10 days. Plus we had 2 other random customs. So that's already 12 days of tourneys. Yeah. And I think we only missed 1, but that was because we went to go play MW early.
Literally, yeah, that's it. We only missed 1 tournament out of all because of that. And so we've been doing a bunch of watch parties, and it's really hard to do the podcast and watch parties in the same day because we talk about everything during the watch parties. So we're kind of trying to find the balance. We'll get it. But listen, we got a new update. You know, JGOD, I'm gonna say this now. I had no idea, bro, that there was even an update today. I knew in my head, but there was no marketing. There was no
Yeah. Until yesterday, I think 2 days ago, they had a little bit of a blog saying, hey, here's what's going to be in the update.
Yeah.
And then it's okay, cool. We'll see how it goes.
Whatever.
So, I think most people are already at this point where they're just waiting for the next COD.
Yeah. Look, I honestly think even developers, maybe, I hope that's not fucked up to say. I'm not even throwing shade, but I think that they're kind of at the point where they're there's no real point in fixing that many shit, or not even fixing, but improving off of what's here right now, because we got 1 more season left. We got season 6.
And on top of that, they start working on their next game because of the way the life cycles of COD work.
So right now, they're probably already obviously season 1 is in December.
Yeah, they're working.
They're probably already working on that shit now. right. Oh shit. So at this point, I went into this knowing this, especially today, or that it wasn't going to be anything. But I was pleasantly surprised with a couple of the changes. Again, I don't think it's anything too crazy, but a couple things that they did change, I was pretty excited about. So let's kind of go over it. So season 5 reloaded patch notes. First and foremost, let's talk about the all the new weapons, right? Let's talk about the 3 weapons. That's the new thing kind of involved, and we'll go over them. So there is a pickaxe, which it's cool.
It's just another melee weapon, yeah.
Pickaxe, a pistol, and then the new MP5. So what is it called? The Lockman Shroud. Yeah, so they're called the 9mm Damon Lockman Shroud and the pickaxe. So, bro, I'm gonna say this. What do you think? I feel like this is I feel like this is facts, bro. But the Lockman or the pickaxe is filler.
Yeah. It's just whatever. Don't tell TKO that though.
Bro, but realistically speaking, nobody's
they use the weapons on the sniper people, bro.
Right. Bro, realistically speaking, I'm asking anybody in the comments in the chat, nobody really cares about that stuff, right? I can't be the only one who thinks that. Nobody's excited. I can't wait to use a pickaxe today. I think it's just there to say that they added shit. It's very easy.
Hey, well, you gotta remember, BO3 had 27 melee weapons they added in boxes. So,
bro, but nobody's actually using them, right? No one actually cares about them.
Boxing gloves. They had nunchucks.
I remember the boxing gloves. Those are kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
On the table, bro. They're ready.
I don't know, bro. In my opinion, that's one of those things where I feel like give us actual content and don't give us this cheese stuff. That's my opinion. Whatever. But anyways, besides the point, let's go over the pistol. I haven't even tried it. Have you tried the pistol yet?
I did. I maxed it out.
How is it?
It's okay. It's not going to be anything special. But what's good with each of the new weapons, the way the new system works is multiple things. One is when the new weapon drops, you get 4 camos. Okay. Which for the Lockman Shroud, they actually have 1, maybe 2 camos that are worth ooh, I'll use this instead of this other camo. Yeah. So there's that. And then on top of that, when they introduce a weapon that has more than just the base number of levels, 10, 12, the pistol has 21 levels. And one attachment in there's probably a couple more, is actually high velocity ammunition for 9mm weapons, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it helps certain guns like the Vaznev, you could put on a high velocity now.
As in it always had high velocity?
No.
Really?
No, none of the SMGs, none of the pistols, nothing had high velocity.
Wait. MP5
So
didn't have
it
high
has
velocity?
9mm rounds, you'll be able to do high velocity on it. So now we have that attachment.
What the hell? I didn't
So
know that.
that's kind of a big deal for like maybe 4 or 5 guns that people currently use.
Yeah.
That instead of using like a barrel, now they can run high velocity.
High velocity. Okay. That's good for like sniper support, maybe. Like those type of guns.
So yeah, 100%. So even if the gun's not all that important, like I think it's a low level unlock too. Like level 7, you already have the ammo. So even if you don't like think the gun's gonna be cool, you still gotta unlock it to get to the Lockman Shroud, which is potentially broken.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. That's the next gun. I think, okay, if there's any highlight to the game today, it's the Lockman Shroud. I have not unlocked it, but I hear we got the analytics, we got the statistics, and brother, that thing in semi-automatic, I don't know.
Fake. It's fake number.
Really? Talk to me.
Yeah, well, because what ends up happening is semi-automatic. The average trigger cap, like that people are comfortable with, if the gun is between around 420 to 480, like the fire rate,
Yeah.
most people can hit that like spamming their trigger or on their mouse consistently while aiming.
Okay.
Usually anything above 500 is where it gets tricky. That thing's like 638.
God, so you're saying realistically speaking, nobody's hitting those numbers.
Not unless they're using some kind of weird macro or some weird rapid fire thing. Yeah, no, you're not going to hit that.
So then, okay, my question is, what about burst? How does it feel? How does that
Burst
gun?
is okay. It feels like there's no delay at all.
Okay.
You need 3 bursts to get a kill, and unlike a majority of the bullets have to hit. It's a decent fire rate. The TTK is okay, but in semi-automatic, I even did the conversion. If you had a 480 fire rate, the TTK is still like 500.
Oh, so what do you think? Do you think is that gun meta material?
It's definitely viable, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass. You might as well use the Lockman sub for consistency. But you can definitely get the death comms where it's like, what the hell did they kill me with? Especially if you have a decent trigger finger, because there's definitely some people that can get to about 520, 540, but 630, that's not really realistic on a consistent basis.
Okay. So like it will is it safe to say that maybe then the top players in the game will probably like I know you said it's hard to hit that average with like the average player, right? What about like the top end players? Do you think
We'll have to see.
Damn. So
Yeah,
you're
we'll
saying
have to see.
Use it in semi if you're gonna use it.
Yeah, it'll be more reliable. Even though the other one is very consistent, it's almost like the Damon from BO4.
Okay.
Yeah, even though we had the Damon today, but I don't know if you remember that one. It was like no delay. It was just like brrr, like basically as fast as you spam it, almost sounds full auto.
Oh,
because there's no delay.
So this literally is as fast as you fire it. That's what matters. Like
no. The burst still comes out at a certain rate. Like the fire rate's going to be a certain rate. I think it's around 700. But as long as you're spamming it, you'll get 3-round bursts. So it's super forgiving, and you're much more likely to get the rate of fire because you can spam again by the time the next like delay window is over because there's no delay. You have to use it. Once you use it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I mean, if there's anything really that was highlighted today and I've heard a lot about is that gun, I'm probably gonna lock it right now after this, or lock it tonight and play with it tomorrow.
It takes like 40 minutes inside shipment.
Okay, so
maybe
it's not
30
that bad.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can do hardcore shipment. You can use the shotgun for the long range. And then the pistol ones, I guess you can use it with other stuff, but I don't know if they update it to make sure it's headshots. You just use a deagle. Every kill with the headshot is going to be a headshot. And then the other 2 are pretty straightforward.
Okay. All right. I'll probably try it today.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna go through this really easily. They're just talking about the new weapons. You know, for the Mace, I guess this another recycled skin, right? Mace, another recycled. Yeah,
but they always bring them back. Yeah.
Make more money, you know what I'm saying?
You're
All right, so then they added Tomb Raider, the girl from Tomb Raider. When does this one come out?
Yeah.
Lara Croft, there you go.
I don't know. I don't think it has a date.
So no date yet, but it is coming. Right?
They usually delay it like every couple days because they had 21 Savage today.
Okay.
And then I don't know what else. The
2
other
or 3
ones are
days
gonna
from
be.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go. So I don't know. This is what I keep saying, man. It's like it doesn't feel like there's actual content. There's just buyable shit. Like that's all I feel like it is. It's just a bunch of buying a bunch of shit.
Well, the content, we got a new map in multiplayer. We got the 3 new guns, which require challenges. We have the event camo specifically for the weapon.
How is that going to look? Can you can you go in and see it?
I already got it unlocked. Yeah, we're good.
You already got the new camo unlocked?
Yeah.
Is it animated?
Slow. Super slow.
Is it at least
slower than Damascus when we first, or not Damascus, slower than what was at the beginning? The The Orion? Well,
Yeah.
It's slower than that from the first
Is it at least cool?
Nah.
Nah, it's ass. All right, never mind. I won't even peep it around.
Yeah. It's like whatever. But there's vehicle skins, which some people might like. They're kind of hard to get, but I mean, cool. They'd be rare.
They're chalking, bro. Like
better than charging people.
They gotta
more challenges than not.
Give us. I just want, in my opinion, if they're gonna add new guns or whatever the hell, right? Like, I feel like it should always be meta. Like the new guns, in my opinion, that come out should always be meta. So that way, even if it's broken, I don't care. Like, I'm tired of using the same guns. For the first 6 months, we used the RPK. Now we're using the Cronin every fucking day. Like,
yeah. I think it'll mix up a little bit. I think people maybe go towards the Lockman 7.62, the RPK. It just sucks because it leans more towards LMG heavy. Because even those other ones, I mean, those other ones, they're just, you bleed bullets.
Yeah, the high RPM.
So many bullets.
Yeah,
you have to have munitions or like a double stack of ammo, like guaranteed in your slots.
Like, honestly, bro, why did we never get a Hurricane?
M4?
No, Hurricane meta.
Hurricane's okay. It's just they've never nerfed the other ones enough to move it to the other side. Hurricane could be in the meta if they just raise the stomach and chest like a couple points, and then it would be in the meta.
Bro, they gotta hire you, JGOD, to just be like, yo, let me change the metas every week, bro. Let me mess with things, bro. Anyways, all right, we'll continue. But 21 Savage, his skin came out. It's not bad, honestly. I have never seen this many 21 Savage skins ever, or like any skin in general when they come out, as much as I've seen 21 Savage. The amount of skins I've seen today is insane. I was like, yo, they made a bag.
Well, you're playing ranked only.
No, I played multiplayer for like the first 3 hours of my stream today. Like, not multiplayer, sorry. Resurgence. And everybody had that. Like, everybody had it. So
you're
I was
like 20.
Hey, they make it so good money.
Don't do the shit, bro. They just be seeing the revenue come in.
I'm telling you, man. They're gonna use that. I promise you, they're gonna use that. And the next time, the next year, not even when the next time fucking they're in charge again, they're gonna be like, oh, we made this much money. We got to do the exact same thing, and we're gonna get horrible movement again, bro. Anyways,
yeah. I believe it.
I'm going down. So events.
Shit, I might buy skins next year just because. Fuck. I'm gonna start promoting that. Bro. You need to buy everything in the store. We want this to be the norm.
Next year, no bullshit. Next year, I am buying everything in the store to just show them that this is this. I want this Modern Warfare 3 to surpass Modern Warfare 2 revenue by like a mile. So they never go back to Modern Warfare 2 shit ever again, bro. Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh man.
So the weapon
Those are the two camos right there.
So this is the one you got.
Yeah, the base one is the reddish one, and then the one that moves is the orangish one.
Looks so ass, bro.
Yeah, they're basic, and they don't cover the entire gun.
Lovely.
Like you can see, it's not covering the stock or the mag on there.
Lovely. Okay. Well, there's some challenges that you can do. I guess that's cool, right? This is a lot of shit. This is a lot of shit. I'm not doing that shit, especially if it's ass.
Yeah, it took about 3.5 hours to do everything.
Yeah, okay, never mind. That's not at all that bad.
Yeah, it's not crazy, but you got to play multiplayer. So
yeah, and a lot of people don't fucking fuck with that. Then vehicle camo challenge. This is what we were talking about, right? The new challenges for the vehicles. I don't know if anybody likes that or not. I personally don't. I don't care about this kind of stuff, so I shall skip it. But okay, they're going over the new weapons. Again, the pickaxe, cool. Like, yeah, it's cool. The Damon, which is, you said, is it good or not?
It's just all right. I think it's usable. I don't know if it's enough to take over any other pistol.
Okay.
Like, it's just mediocre for Warzone, which is whatever. Secondaries really should be.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you should be encouraged to have a primary weapon.
Yeah, facts. And then obviously the Lockman Shroud, which again I would try today or tonight or tomorrow, whatever. And it looks, I just want a new meta, bro. Like, we had Fennec, then what else? Fennec, MP5.
It's been Lockman and ISO pretty much the past 5 months.
Yeah, and then before that was the Fennec for like 4. So I think, in my opinion, there should be at least a new meta every fucking month. Like, I'm not even asking for a new week, like every week, bro. Give us a new meta every month, and I'm chilling, bro. Like I feel like they should want to add new metas so that way people buy more skins and more guns and more blueprints. So that way,
normally it doesn't even seem like they ever align that either. Because I know most people will joke and they'll say, "Oh, they left the Cronin strong because there must be a blueprint." But then, like, a lot of times it's like we don't see that. It's like, how many Fennec blueprints were like OP? or RPK. Like,
it doesn't.
Really,
it doesn't
make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scroll down. So then we have those, and then here they did weapon balancing. So I'm not gonna look at this because this is all multiplayer stuff. I'm gonna scroll directly down.
There is an important one on there though.
Where?
Go to the Lockman sub.
This one?
See, that's the stock I've been recommending.
Okay.
See, it says adjusted stats on the FT mobile stock to increase mobility.
Okay, so it just makes you faster?
It actually has more mobility than it did before.
Okay.
Which is the one I've recommended for a while because it gives you better strafe speed.
Oh, nice.
But now it should be slightly better than it was before.
Okay.
So if you weren't using it, maybe it's worth trying. And if you were, then it's like you got to buff to your build.
Yeah. I don't use this one. I use another one, but low key, obviously, if maybe they're trying to get us ready for Modern Warfare 3 because like the ISO has crazy strafe, and the ISO back in the day, like that one moves hella, and so a lot of the guns coming forward are probably going to have a lot of strafe going into the next game. So maybe they're getting us ready for that. I don't know.
Yep.
They made the P90 iron sights better, which I guess that's cool. But again, this gun is horrible. Not once was it meta. So all this Modern Warfare 2 only. I'm gonna skip over these and go directly to the Warzone section, which should be down here. A lot of the shotgun shit, but I don't really see a lot of people using those. At least in what's it called?
Warzone. Multiplayer
yeah.
People use them on shipment, but outside of that, not really.
All right, here we go. Now we're into the good stuff. So, have you tried the Chimera?
I didn't try mini weapons other than the stuff I needed to do today.
Yeah.
I will say that I updated the stuff and it's slightly better, but I don't think it's like
too crazy.
Gonna be meta.
Okay.
No.
Still good
Maybe
for
it's
sniper
better
support.
Sniper support. Yeah.
Okay, so Chimera, they close damage increase, far damage increase, head damage multiplier increase, lower torso damage multiplier increase. So again, it's probably how much, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Well,
we know it got updated. Sim got updated, which True Game Data will be updated today as well. And then I updated my spreadsheet, which has like the 1-shot, 2-shot, headshot difference, so people can have the 3 different options. So that's already updated. So we already kind of have an idea of how good these are. It's just a matter about people using them. And eventually, after a couple days, we'll find out. Just like when we saw the competitive tournament about like 3 weeks ago, after I think the Bass P got buffed. Yeah. And then Aiden was jumping on it. But then the next day, when it was part 2 for the tourney, he was back on something else. People learn really quick when they go against a good player and they decide whether or not
it's worth it or not.
If it was they played it wrong or the gun just let them down. And if it's the gun, they're going to swap to the other gun. And then they'll just do that. It's just inevitable.
So, I mean, probably didn't do much. I will say I hope in the future for Sledgehammer, because we know Infinity Ward has done this, they don't tell you how much they they just say increase. They use very broad terms. I know back in the day, Raven Software had numbers 33 to 35, 45.
Slowly fixing it though.
So,
because you remember on the last notes, it didn't say close before. It said maximum damage increased.
Oh, yeah. So, I hope Sledgehammer does it to where, can we get detailed patch notes? Like actual, we changed this from 33 to 35 time, whatever. So we'll see. FR Advancer. So I looked at this one. Close damage increased, far damage increased. I looked at it, JGOD, the what's it called? The time to kill. I don't know how it feels. I haven't tried it yet because I don't have it fully maxed out. But out of every gun right now, time to kill wise, this one's the best, and it's insane. Like compared to.
But I think it's deceiving. I think if you hit one leg shot, it lowers the if you hit a limb at all with one bullet, you get a slower TTK.
So what do you think makes it so high? Because the average time to kill is like better than everything out right now. Like. So better than the Cronin, better than the fucking M13, better than everything.
Well, because when you add the extra shot to kill, it's not the fastest.
Okay, so you're saying like if you miss one bullet, you're chalked.
If you miss, not miss. You hit. So if somebody's running and you hit them in the chest, but their arm blocks it and they get arm damage.
You're saying that damage significantly drops then?
Yeah, because it's enough to change the TTK. So it's a higher shot than just the one chest shot TTK.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I have to try it.
I'm pretty sure that's how that one works. And now it might be 2 limb shots that mess up the TTK. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's really hard. That's part of the problem with that is it's deceptive on paper, and then in practice, other guns will beat it. Yeah.
Okay. So
but
this
it is
one
better.
Again,
they did improve it.
And I mean, I can even bring up the chart here. I have it here actually. It's like it's pretty good. It's the purple one. So up to like 43 meters. It has
the problem with the chart right there, you see on the left, it assumes that like you're almost never gonna hit a limb.
This right here?
Yeah,
engagement miss chance, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, the odds, and then also on the range, you got to slide that out, right? Like on the bottom, if you go a little bit lower.
So you're saying you want me to add to like what?
No. On the bottom part right there, you just go range and then slide it all the way across, and then you can kind of see where it sits on the right there. If you slide it all the way to like whatever
90?
the highest is. Yep, that's fine. And then you can see where it kind of sits on the TTK right there.
Oh, you're saying this probability of achieving
right below it. Yeah, right below it. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So you're like here, it technically here it would say that the Tempest Razorback has the highest chance at achieving that time to kill with a 69%. So again, I actually liked it today. It felt good. Like
that's kind of where we're getting though. I think a lot of guns will feel good. And then in certain scenarios, one might definitely feel better than another. Maybe at a 40 meter chow versus 60 meter chow versus a 70 or 100 meter chow. That's in a good spot though. I think we'll inevitably land in one gun for ranked. But,
but you can use like, technically other things.
You can pretty much use that whatever you want. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've always loved. Like, I want that because I think when I don't know if you remember when in the Cold War integration, it really felt like during the Cold War integration that like we could use kind of so many guns. There was a lot of guns that we could use. There was a certain point where I feel like there was a lot of guns that were viable, especially the sub meta before the MAC-10, because the MAC-10 when the MAC-10 came out, that shit was fucking crazy.
I think outside of like when it was broken, like with the DMR, I think we were in a pretty good spot. You could use an EM2 for skilled players. You can use the XM4 for close, far. You could use
AK-47,
like the Krig once it got into the right spot. Yeah, you could use. Yeah, you could even use the stupid SMG for long range.
Yeah.
The Milano,
yeah, there we go. I was gonna say Milo, the Milano.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
So like, I think we're getting there. And I think we're getting there like early. And the nice part about it is I think when the new game comes out, since we're going to be at 150 health, I think the balancing of the weapons will probably be a little bit closer and better.
Yeah.
Versus like where it is right now, it's kind of like, oh, they have a different game on multiplayer than we do on, besides for damage.
Yes,
essentially, they're completely different games.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hope, speaking on that, like with the new, I don't know how they're gonna do it, man. Because right now like CDL has ended, so they're able to make these adjustments and kind of separate the two. Going forward, I mean, we don't have any. Unless you know something, but are they going to be splitting up the tweaks that they make for multiplayer as opposed to Warzone? Because we always know.
Well, they've been separate right now, but I think MW2 essentially gets vaulted. Like, there's not going to add new content.
Sure.
They're not going to weapon balance. So essentially, MW2 is like in a capsule that doesn't change.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's bugs, they change them generally, but it's essentially in a capsule, and then it'll remain untouched as soon as the new game drops.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just hope that like they do a better job at separating. I'm not saying Modern Warfare 2 from Modern Warfare 3. I'm saying multiplayer from Warzone. Going forward. I don't know how that's gonna work.
On that. I think we'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll see. And then they changed the ISO, bro, which this shit was already ass, bro. Like, it was in a pretty good spot, in my opinion.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? And it's only the range, and it's 1 meter difference for each range.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would
it's nothing?
Like, why can't they just put that on there? Like,
yeah, I know.
1 meter,
from like 46 to 40, 47 to 46 type thing. Like nothing. Like that's a nothing change.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And then Lockman 556, head damage multiplier increase, neck damage multiplier increase, upper torso damage multiplier increase. I used this today. Loki, you get a headshot. This thing's crazy. And it has no recoil.
It was 2 headshots before. I think now it's only 1.
Okay.
With the changes they made. Yeah.
I used this today. It felt really good. Like, even though,
and that's the slowest killing gun.
Yeah. And on paper, it seems worse. But today I used it. I was like, yo.
You just don't miss.
Yeah, you don't miss.
You won't miss.
Feels good. So I definitely think we'll be playing with a bunch of different guns and kind of see what works and what doesn't. M13B, all location damage multipliers increase. This one, again, I can bring it up. The chart here.
That one should be better, but I think in practice it's still going to be like whatever.
Yeah,
it just bleeds too many bullets. It needs an 80 round mag or something.
What's it
or
called?
75 like the automaton.
The bullet velocity is kind of chalked on it. I used it, and it's pretty. On paper, look at the time to kill. It's pretty good, the average, but I used it today. It didn't feel good. It felt like very delayed.
Well, you can see on the
velocity.
bottom. What does the TTK say on the bottom chart?
For the highest. So this one has
the peak
right here, 58% at achieving that
which
time
is
to
good.
kill.
It should be better than those other ones, right? Because it happens before. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it should have a TTK that's really good, but
okay. All right. I'll leave it at that. And then so I don't know. It seems pretty decent.
It is the velocity though. You kind of have to use 3 attachments for velocity.
That's what I was gonna say. I tried it today and I took off the underbarrel and I put on high velocity, but that thing was shaking. So I don't know.
Yeah, you got to go iron sights, but then it's not long range. I don't know. You end up with too many dilemmas. You need 6 attachments for that one.
Exactly. Then M13C, close damage increase, mid damage increase, all location damage multipliers increase. I've not tried this out. Have you seen this at all?
Long range, basically no, like whatever. Close range, I didn't really look at too closely.
Okay, all right. This might be something that we take a look at.
But that could be more sniper support. Like its TTK wasn't crazy good, or like even close to crazy good. But now it might just be viable as a sniper support, which is kind of where it fits because it also struggles with bullet velocity because it has the blackout rounds, which already come out less bullet velocity.
Yeah.
So like, even though they're stealthy, you're gonna have less bullet velocity, and you're gonna feel like your bullets don't reg.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I don't really like. I haven't tried this. Honestly, bro, I haven't even unlocked it, which I probably should, because
I don't think you can.
Wait, I can't unlock it anymore.
It was part of the event.
So now, like,
maybe in DMZ, if somebody drops it for you.
Oh hell yeah!
Other than that, I don't think they added a challenge.
So I would never get this gun ever again.
Maybe, I don't know, unless someone in chat knows. I think you had to go jump on, do the event for like 10 minutes, and you unlocked it.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't even do the event, bro. I heard that shit was ass. So
you should have tried it at least.
My attention span is
just like the raids, bro. It's just an experience. It's a choreographed experience.
Oh, the
one
raids?
time, one and done. It's like the same thing.
Now listen, the raid was cool. The one with the laser tripwires, that one was fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that one was fun. But they made the M4 better, and it still was not enough.
They didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried it. That shit ass.
But look at its range. It's 1 meter. It was 1 meter. 46 to 47.
Did they actually make the meter? That's it. Just 1 meter.
Yeah, I think it's 2 meters up close. So it went from like 26 to 28, and then like from the other one, it went from like 42 to 43.
Bro, I had people,
literally nothing.
I had people swearing like
you could. You could bet $1,000 and no one would notice the difference if they didn't. If like.
Right.
If they didn't get told, it wasn't in the notes. People probably made videos. Oh my God,
it's back.
Buffed. It's back. No. It's dogs. Like compared to everything else, it's getting better. Like you can have fun with it on Vondel and stuff like that. Medium-sized maps. But like as a long-range weapon, literally nothing happened. Nothing changed.
All right, so not the greatest. Now we'll go to STB, head damage multiplier increase. Don't really know how this is going to affect me, but the STB has never been the greatest.
It doesn't. It's 15 shots to kill at range, 42 round mag. You do the math.
Yeah, Chad, JGOD got all the analytics. I trust that, man. And then again, I personally think this gun feels great to me, but I get maybe my opinion will change as I continue playing. I only played today for like I only played for like 3 hours today, 4 hours because of sponsor streams and all that. So I didn't get that much time to play today. And then
it'll just take a couple days because like with that one, like you're using it against people that aren't using the meta yet.
Yeah.
But as many ranked players, they'll know the meta in a day or two. Yeah, and then it'll be like, that's the meta.
What's it called? Everybody was using Cronin. So if Cronin is still meta, then like I
think it'll change though. It'll change. It'll be like you'll gun somebody fast, and they'll be like, no, I'm pulling out what he got. Like I said, if you add the TAC V toggle, it's a semi-auto.
I low-key want to try that.
You'll be like, nah, and it has like very little recoil.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that tonight.
It hardly doesn't move. I'm telling you, when you see it, you're gonna be like, "What the hell are we doing? This is broken."
All right, chat. You heard it here first. If it's ass, we all blame JGOD. All right.
No. That's just your trigger finger. If it's ass.
Oh shit. Okay. So Cronin Squall. Listen, they did all this, nerfed the hell out of it, and it still feels like it's meta. Like. In the meta, if that makes sense.
Basically, it added an extra shot to kill. So it went from like 12 to 13 shots or whatever the number is.
there's JGOD, there's gotta be an easier way to like nerf things, right? Like there's got to, right?
No. Sometimes they're just trying to balance it out because they don't want it to be unusable. I think they've done that more this year, where the gun is still usable. Like even when the RPK got nerfed, it's still usable right now. It's still very usable.
Nah, just chalk that shit. Make it unusable so that we can have something else in the meta.
But there's people that buy blueprints and they've bought probably the black, the red, whatever the red event one was. Where
you know what it was? Nicki Minaj. The Nicki Minaj thing.
Nicki Minaj had one too.
That Cronin.
Yep. Dude. Yeah, so I think there's been a few blueprints where they're like, they don't want to, like, they'll probably nerf it eventually. But I think a lot of this stuff's just going to be chalked as soon as the new game comes out. They usually do a power creep with the new game.
Yeah, okay. Cronin Squall, it's still in the meta. It's still pretty viable.
Well, I also saw some people cheesing with it, with the underbarrel, with the drill charge. Yeah. And
is that just specifically to that gun?
I don't know. I think it's people are saying it's bugged. I didn't test anything for it because I was like, whatever.
I didn't know either. But all launchers have their damage. I saw this one as well, which is great. All launchers had their damage against players decrease in Warzone, which is phenomenal. I mean, I think everybody here in the chat and in the YouTube video watching, like, I hate when rocket launchers, you get one-shotted and it ruins your whole game. For me, what's his name? Who's the guy that the TikToker that like all he does is use RPGs and stuff? What's his name?
I have no clue. Fuck. I don't really watch TikTok.
I forgot his name, but chat will probably know. But
chat will know somebody.
Thank God,
Timmy Toucans?
That guy.
Yeah, Timmy.
Yeah. Thank God this thing is nerfed.
I didn't know he was a launcher guy. I thought he was a troll guy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm faded, but I thought like he is a launcher
Chat's saying
guy.
Timmy Toucan, so it must be him.
Yeah. I thought it was him, bro. And then RPK, they close mid damage decrease, close to damage range decrease, but headshot damage multiply increased. I saw this one again on paper. It doesn't look the greatest, but again, maybe in practice it might be better. RPK didn't really look that great to me.
Well, that thing basically didn't change it. And sometimes these changes where it's like, what's the big deal? A lot of times it might be like floor loot data may have said like, oh, this weapon performed too good or too bad based off the floor loot. So then they buff and nerf them and you're like, nobody even used it for close range. But RPK, floor loot, if you have it, you tend to use weapons outside of their like defined roles when you have to have floor loot.
You have to use it, you know? I mean, I don't know. I tried it, or I didn't try it. Sorry. I tested it and I was like, yo, this thing is like crazy bad compared to even the Cronin. Like, I don't know if people would use it, but unless they did something where it has no recoil, I can see it.
LMG. It's just an LMG.
Yeah. The Socon, they nerfed this shit.
But it's only the close that got really destroyed.
Neck damage multiplier decrease, upper torso damage multiplier.
When we actually looked at it, it was only close that got changed.
Really?
So long range didn't change a ton.
So they be like, do they be capping on us or what, bro? Because I know we got the actual numbers.
I think sometimes. But that one, it wasn't really being used anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, nobody really using LMGs. And then all this Lockwood MK2, all location damage multipliers increased. Shotgun, lower limb damage multiplier increased. Bryson, lower limb damage multipliers increased. Again, shotguns. Bass P, I would low-key love a Bass P meta. But sadly, this shit's ass, bro. Check that shit again today.
It's better. It's definitely better.
But
it's not the ISO or the Lockman sub.
Yeah. I wish I want a Bass P because it has great movement speed. I would love it, but for some reason they just said fuck the Bass P. So I don't know. It's not the greatest in my opinion. Then Fennec, neck damage multiplier increased, upper torso damage multiplier increased.
Minor change. It's basically a content gun. It's not a meta gun.
Yeah. Okay. Then limb damage multiplier increase for the MP7. Have you seen any changes in this? Nothing, right? Nothing really.
It's basically nothing. Yeah.
And then yo, I'm gonna say this. Listen, I might be faded, but I played. I might be faded, but I played today in Vandal, and I was like, yo, I can actually tell where people are coming from. But I don't know if I'm faded for this. But in Warzone, it was a lot harder. Vandal.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because in Vandal I was playing by myself, so like I didn't have anybody in my ear, but I could tell. I was like, yo, like I can actually hear people. And
we'll have to wait on the word from Art for sure.
Art, Art is word. I know FIFA and Symphony both said they feel like the audio improved. So I think everybody watching this, let me go in and see what you guys think and try it for yourself. In my opinion, I feel like it definitely was, even if it was like a 5%, it felt a little bit better. That's my opinion. Yo, Art is in chat here. I'll put him on the screen. How do I do this? Boom. He said minor changes. It was a minor changes to
minor
audio.
changes.
I don't know what that means, but hey, it felt a little bit better. And then they changed the play again, all this random stuff. I remember this. I think this is where like if you get second place, you have to back out as a team. It's just a small glitch. Let's see.
Oh really?
Yeah. You like if you get second place, you can't back out. You have to like leave your party.
Funny.
Yeah. The biggest thing right here for me personally is finally fix an issue where meleeing. How do you say it? Because I say melee.
Meleeing.
I say melee and they get mad at me and shit.
Yeah, meleeing.
All right, meleeing with a throwing knife equipped could down fully armored players in one hit. So
yeah, that was broken.
This was the most broken thing ever. I didn't like. I am honored to say I never abused this. D and all my teammates, they abused the hell out of me. I never touched this. But this was broken for about a week. So yeah, I'm glad they got this out. Maybe it was more than a week, but I think that's pretty much it for like the bugs. All this stuff is random stuff. Let me see. Is there anything else? The new map. Did you play it? You played it obviously, right? Because you played multiplayer all day today.
No, I don't. I play shipment only. Get in, get out. I played a couple hardcore, but I don't play DLC maps.
So is it true that this is like that this is like that CS:GO map?
No clue. I couldn't tell you a single CS:GO map.
Yeah, chat saying this map is ass.
For over a decade, Call of Duty hasn't made like quality DLC maps.
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think that is?
Well, because they're free.
True. They gotta pay for that shit. So they made a new map, which I haven't tried it, but honestly, a lot of people just don't fuck with multiplayer anymore. Like, and
I think a lot of people do. I think surprisingly, a lot of people do. Yeah. I mean, I've heard some things.
I feel like a lot of people don't fuck.
Numbers wise.
There's no way it's even remotely close to Warzone. There's no shot, JGOD. I need the numbers. Because they be lying to us about numbers in fucking Warzone. They'll lie to us about numbers of player count.
Yeah, it might be better now for Warzone because of all the changes, but I think there have been points where it was pretty close.
Okay, interesting. I would be surprised. Interesting. Gunfight snipers, don't care. 4v4 face-off. These are just a bunch of game modes for multiplayer. A bunch of fixes that I didn't really catch that were anything groundbreaking. 1v2 rank play. I personally don't play any rank play. JGOD, you don't either, right? As far as multiplayer.
Nope. For either, I don't play.
I guess the cool thing is that they added is just the top 250 skins. So that's cool.
Well, they just, I think, reiterated the rules and stuff so that people know that, hey, if I want that, I don't miss out. It's kind of like a reminder. You have like 3 weeks left in the season. Get it if you want it type thing, I think. That's really what it is. Because there's nothing new in there. That's all information that we already know about. Essentially, so it's like, how the ranked rules work, how the rewards work, how the win points awarded, the kills. Like, it's all just regurgitated information that we've already heard.
Yeah. So it's just I'm gonna skip to this because it's all stuff that we've seen, right?
Bro.
It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. Modes, Armored Royale. What is this, bro? You know what this is?
Armored Royale. They just brought it back from last time.
It's the same one that what back in the day?
Yeah, so back in Verdansk, you had like this Bertha. It had like a little buy station on it.
I remember that.
And then basically the rules, it works like Resurgence. But as long as you don't need a player alive, you need a truck that's alive. So as long as your truck stays alive, your people could go running out. And as long as someone's protecting the truck, they'll keep respawning.
I remember this. I did not like it.
Yeah. It's one of those fun modes, silly. I'm sure people do enjoy it, like plunder people and whatever. It's just to mix it up. They don't play competitively. They don't play ranked. It's just something different for them.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder, like, whatever happened to buybacks? Speaking of modes.
They haven't brought it back this whole year.
Whatever happened to Specialist?
Where's Iron Trials?
Anyways,
Titanium
I don't know.
Trials.
They sell in the bag. Thank you for all the bless yous. I appreciate y'all. All right. Okay, so they pulled the biggest finesse today with all Bagra Fortress Resurgence, right?
Yeah, they debated.
They debated hard. They told everybody this was coming today and said psych. and it's coming next week.
Next week's update. Yeah.
Yeah. So why? Did they announce why, or was it just?
Nope. I think it was part of their plans. It was on there, and they're just like, oopsie.
No,
But at the end of the day, like, people are getting way too gassed on this. Don't get hyped on this map just yet. We haven't played it. And if you've played on Mazra, this isn't like almost anyone's favorite POI.
Yeah,
maybe to regain, but it's not like, oh yeah, let's go to Albagra Fortress, guys. There's no.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna play
play
Resurgence.
It might. Am I even in? I think it might be chalk because like we go here. I'm like, bro, this is a maze, bro. Like this is I don't know how it would play out for Resurgence, but I guess we'll see. So I'm gonna skip over that one. Next week, right? Yeah, next week. I don't know when, but it will have its own playlist next week. Unhinged solos from Fragile Lances to Grand Betrayals. Break the squad limit boundaries by using assimilation to grow your squad up to 6 players. It's pretty much solos, but you can just team up with people and without.
That is troll.
Now you can team up with homies without getting banned.
Whoa, you should try and get a. Oh no, they probably don't let the nukes in there.
Yeah, for sure. Imagine solo
But
nukes with your
imagine a
homies.
solo. It's like the DMZ garbage.
Yeah.
Participation. Yeah, let's get in our 6-man, guys. Friendly. Nah,
No, bro. Yo,
it's solos for a reason.
I should
What are we
low-key,
doing?
I should low-key do that and then just betray people and then just like do a
I
YouTube
don't
video.
think you can betray people.
Wait, like what
The
if you
only
like
way
yo,
you could is if you got him in a helicopter and flew him out of bounds or something stupid.
Nah, what if I'm like, yo, like friendly, and then like, all right, bet. And then like I'm like, all right, I'll send you the invite. And then while I'm pretending to do that, I just kill him.
You
could
got to
work, right?
trust them during that process too.
Yeah, true. Okay, so then this was a big one. I actually noticed this hella, especially in rank.
Yep, parachutes.
Adjusted audio mix for parachutes. So now you can actually hear people in parachutes when they're flying down. I don't know why it took them so long, or if they just didn't have feedback, but this was a huge thing. I feel like you could never hear anybody flying in. Thank God this is finally like a good thing, right? That you get dirt bike points, combos. I don't know. Fuck that.
It's just extra. Like nobody asked for it, but it's like not bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt the game in any way.
Oh man. So Warzone rank play. Listen, man. I'm pretty sure I've given my feedback already, but if I haven't, obviously they got rid of RPGs and Strellas, which is great. But I'm more talking about this, man. This, and I think everybody at the top level will agree with this. I don't like this change, and JGOD did a very good. He said a very good kind of fix for this, but I get why they did this to kind of make the overall community kind of go up a rank or two. Just kind of sit. What did you say? Like sit at like because right now it's like gold, the average.
I think they're gold. Gold is the peak of where like a bell curve sits, and that's where the majority of the players are in gold.
Yeah,
I think they wanted to shift it, so instead of people getting like in gold 2, they're sitting over in plat 2.
Yeah, like plat.
And I think inevitably that also like stretches out the bell curve a little bit, so people move a little bit higher. And then it makes the matchmaking a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because like right now, you probably get like silvers or whatever in your lobby when you're in the top 250. But if they had more plats to choose from, then the game would probably have a better job of sorting lobbies. At least that's how I think it should help.
It would work, yeah.
But yeah, at the top end, they were still able to gain SR with the 230 deployment fee.
Yeah.
But they added 50 SR for a win. Those players were winning. So now it's like they get a free extra 50 SR.
Yeah.
You play for 10 hours, get 15 wins. You're talking about an extra 300, 3,000 or something crazy.
So this is what I'm saying.
It's a lot.
This is where, as far as
300 SR.
The top end, right? As far as the top end, I'm talking top 250. Like, these numbers are crazy inflated. Like, before, in my opinion, like, I get it. I get what they're trying to do. But before season 5, the numbers felt good. Like, you could get stuck if you were playing like shit. Now, it feels like even if you're constantly winning, like, I feel like it all depends right now on who plays the most. And you can ask any single player from the top 250s. They all feel the exact same way. It's literally about who plays the most. And that's, for ranked, when it comes to like top 250, top 10, you don't want to have that. Like, that's the biggest detriment to your fucking ranked. What are you saying?
And this is the first season where I think top 250 is even like hard to stay in. Like 250th.
Because you just have to keep fucking playing every fucking day.
Yeah, it's too high. Like the SR's gone too high because of this. they didn't continue to raise that. So because people at the top 250, you need like 20,000 plus SR or something stupid.
Yeah.
But if the penalty kept going up to like 280, it would offset that, and people would slow the hell down.
See, that's what I'm saying.
No way.
So what's the best for both parties, right? Because somebody in the chat said, "Oh, ranked isn't make for just top 250." I guess I agree with you. Ranked is
that would
for
be the
good
best.
players.
They've already made this for the bottom half. Now the top half gets to get a bigger penalty, which doesn't impact anybody except for the top 250.
Exactly. So in my opinion, the only way to fix this is keep that format fine, but make it to where, like JGOD said, right now I think it's capped at minus 220. Keep letting that go up 230, 240, 250, 260, whatever. Keep making it happen. Keep like taking off more SR, because right now it's quite literally who just plays the most. And then that, not even on top of people
the bugged,
abusing alt F4ing. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just,
I think they'll get both of them fixed though. I think they're really like to they hate or they avoid changing rules mid-season.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, then these people will never be able to catch up. If they just change the rules right now, the people in the top would just sit. Like you could not catch up because of the gap.
For sure.
The next season, you might see some tweaks, right?
It sucks. I'm like, bro, like obviously with all the watch parties we've been doing, I haven't been able to really play ranked. I'm being honest. So like, I've been fighting, like grinding 8, 9, 10 hour streams to try to get back up to the top 250, because I take 4 days off for watch parties, and then I had to come back, and then, oh, what do you know? They're up 4,000 on me. I'm like, damn, bro. You know, so it's just, I don't know. They did all these changes. Again, I wish they would revert it, or if not revert it, at least keep it to where at least the top keep taking off more SR, so that way it doesn't become a who grinds the most. It actually can be like, yo, these guys are the most skilled. And I think before this change, you could argue that the top 10 deserve to be at the top, you know? So I don't know. Again, the new camos are pretty cool. I low-key think Iridescent is the coolest camo, but I don't think it's going to be animated. And the only animated one is going to be the
gold?
The top 250. So technically speaking, top 250 will be the most rarest skin in the game, or rarest camo in the game, but it doesn't look the coolest in my opinion. I think the Eerie looks super cool. But yeah, they added pretty much more rewards. I'm gonna go through this, and DMZ. I don't know. Do you still play DMZ?
No, but I keep up with it. Basically, they added 3 new tiers, which is comparable to like an extra 20-ish missions that people to actually grind. So it's a decent amount of content. A few, like probably 5 to 6 hours, depending on, or more of content. And then on top of that, it unlocked specific other side challenges that unlock bonuses for when you go into matches. So overall, they did add a decent amount, but the hardcore grinders will burn through that stuff instantly.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Again, so let's move on the topic into Modern Warfare 3 / the new game / Warzone, right? It seems like, and I feel like you can kind of agree on this, that it doesn't seem like they're going to really be supporting DMZ going forward, huh? Like next year?
It's kind of hard to say they are, because basically everything we saw about zombies, even though we didn't see actual gameplay and seen how the infill and exfil work, it felt like this is DM zombies. And I basically said that when we were there. I think we need to see a little bit more of that, and we'll figure it out, because there's a lot of variables that happen. So for example, when in December, when the theorized, when we get the new map and we switch over, we're not going to have probably Al Mazrah and then Warzone new map, right? So how does that work with DMZ? Because they're played on Al Mazrah, like at least like 70% of the missions take place on Al Mazrah. Then the other 30% is on Vondel, and maybe Resurgence Al Bagra Fortress is going to get its own DMZ map, like as an addition. They have Building 21, Koche Complex. They have Ashika Island.
I have no idea.
They got those are all the maps, right? So you end up having that, but when the new map drops, is like IW secretly working on like 80% of the missions that are going to be workable, and there's all the places for keys, loot, spawns, contracts. Are they really doing that for the new map on top of zombies? I would likely say no.
Yeah, agreed. So that's what I'm saying. I think, in my opinion, it's chalked. Like, I think DMZ is probably done with, which I'm not saying, I'm not I probably come across as a hater, but like DMZ ruined Warzone this year. A lot of it was because of it, and I'm glad to see it go. My opinion, right? I think it could be low key. If I had the option, what did they put more resources into? DMZ or zombies? Put zombies. Put it into zombies, especially now. Like it's because it's a new team kind of putting what's it called? New team kind of taking the lead on this. So I don't know. That's just me. I personally think DMZ definitely fucked up Warzone 2 this year. But again, we see the huge reverting back to, okay, first of all, we're no longer calling it Warzone 2. It's just Warzone. And now going forward, like we got movement back and all that stuff. So we see them backtracking on a lot of things. But I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of like that's kind of where I'm at, and I don't know. Are they going to remove DMZ, or would it just be like they're no longer going to support it?
Just sit there, right? Like Caldera right now until it's gone.
Oh, you're right.
But I don't know. I agree to a certain extent with what you're saying. I think like the backpack system was clearly pushed onto Warzone because DMZ has the full backpack system. Yeah, and a lot of the systems that take place, whether it's the UAV towers or the way they've used missions. A lot of those things is super applicable. The strongholds with AI, that was all DMZ based because there's strongholds within DMZ. The black sites with the jug, that's exactly like the commander that is a jug within DMZ that they've implemented and still in the battle royale. So I think there's a lot of those things that I could say that like they just said, hey, let's just reuse these assets we've already made for DMZ and they'll just transfer over to Warzone and then the systems will work, but it just didn't work for the audience. Yeah, even it was now, horrible change. Loadouts are still $20,000 for to buy a loadout, aren't they? Like it's stupid.
Even now, 16 for trios, 20 for
what is that, bro? There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know.
So DMZ they're still making mistakes currently. But yeah, DMZ, I think as a whole, all those features do work well in DMZ. I think the missions work well, the rewards. There's actually rewards for playing the game and completing challenges versus in Battle Royale, there's basically nothing unless you get a nuke, which that's just a fraction of a fraction of players.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think going forward, we'll see how that plays out. I'm excited for Modern Warfare 3. We both played it early. We know how it plays. What exactly are they going to change from what we played into the beta? We'll find out. Speaking of, we have about 5 weeks. 5 weeks until everybody here listening, everybody in the chat can play the game and see for themselves what they think. COD Next, let's talk about it. JGOD, you got your invite already? I'm waiting on my invite, but
you know you got it. You got it.
They told me already I'm going.
It. Yeah,
they told me I'm going.
Well, they said they're going out in waves too. Yeah. So if you weren't getting them, like don't be alarmed.
I think it's like California. Maybe they're going like California or like West Coast, then Central, then East Coast. Or,
yeah, exactly.
We will be both going to COD Next, and again, I told him I was like. Because they're not allowed to tell me if they were doing it or not. Like maybe like when we went to Raven Software. I remember I sat them down and I was like, please, I don't care how bad you guys think COD Next went. Please do it again. I was like, the event COD Next was fucking amazing. Like the actual production thing. What was asked was the game, and I told him I was like, that's nothing that you guys can do, like can fix. That's separate. The game, somebody else made that, right? That's Activision, right? But the people in charge of actual COD Next event, they killed that shit. So honestly, I'm so like. COD Next will, for me personally, will probably go down as like one of my favorite events. Probably if it becomes a yearly thing, will probably go down as one of my favorite. It's so fun to see so many content creators.
Better is like COD XP. I don't know if you're familiar with those.
I heard about them, like the competitions, the tournaments.
No, it was a convention.
Oh, it's a convention.
Yeah, like
I never went.
Like TwitchCon. Like TwitchCon, but Call of Duty, like a 3-day
hell yeah! I only fucking was watching the tournaments back then. I didn't know it was a fucking whole ass convention.
Crazy. The craziness. Hopefully they get to that point, but I think there's a lot of things that need to happen before that.
For sure. Somebody brought this up in the chat, and I agree with you. Like, it's like, okay, I get it. 100% COD Next is for marketing. Like it is. It's a big marketing thing, and I completely understand that. I'm not dumb. I understand business, but at the same time, I hope if there is something, fucked up with the game or something with Warzone that's like, ooh, this is fucked up with Warzone because we will be playing Warzone. Is like. Are they going to listen? Because last year we gave them a whole book on feedback on how bad the game was, and nothing changed. Nothing changed, and it's I don't know. Like I'm still down. I
would say like like Warzone right now is probably like 60-ish, 70% back to where it kind of was before it. I think the movement integration, if everything comes over smoothly, we still have to find out about perk transferring, if it's going to be the new system or the old, because the movement and with the current perks, cool, whatever, and all that stuff, that could be fine too. And then we'll be a lot closer. Whether the loadout change happens, the multiplicative part of contracts, so if you do 5 contracts, you just end up being a baller. Like that was a cool thing, because then there was worth doing contracts. Now it's like, cool, we get $2,000, guys. Like, what the hell is that? Like, oh, we might as well go into this building and open a white chest that has 10 grand. What are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the value proposition is still weird on the map, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, COD Next is incredibly fun, and I'm very excited to be going. I just hope that going forward, they take our advice. And somebody said in the chat, why should they listen to you? And I'm going to say this. It's not that me, it's the community. And I will add to that statement. We gave them a list of everything that they needed to change, right? In YouTube videos and everything. You can go look. And now 7 months, 8 months later, they're finally listening. And what do you know? Player counts shot up.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you know, I'm not saying listen to everything we're saying, but look at what happened. Like, numbers don't lie, and they fixed a lot of the things that the community's been saying. And what do you know? Things just started skyrocketing again. So like, we'll see kind of what goes forward. I will say this, and I think I can say this, they asked for the feedback when we were at playing Modern Warfare 3, and I'm being honest, for what we played, I couldn't give them, like, they were like, no, tell us what's wrong, right, Jigga? They were like,
be nitpicky, bro. You gotta be nitpicky. That's how I felt too.
But I couldn't, it's a good sign. When it was hard, I couldn't give them something to complain about. And they were like, no, tell us is there something that you don't like from Modern Warfare 3? And I was like, I'm trying. I really am. And like, again, we only played for an hour, so like, and we didn't get to play with everything, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and we didn't get to play with our controllers, so
yeah, true. There was a couple things like that I will say that's a little bit skewed. We didn't get to play with our controllers. We only played for an hour. Like, half the stuff wasn't even unlocked. But maybe it's because we went from Modern Warfare 2 and then went to Modern Warfare, played that, and it was like, holy shit. But like, again, we probably won't find out all the bad things with the game in 1 hour. We will find that out in like 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks of playing the game, you know. So
they're just repeating the history. MW2 back in 2009. A lot of people like that COD, consider it one of the best. And then Sledgehammer came in with IW and made MW3, which I think is one of the best CODs of all time, up there with BO2. Those are like my top 2. So maybe that's what happened this time around. You know, they just took the original game. At initial glance, you can't tell different, but there's definitely a difference. And the newer one is definitely better than the older.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, they're bringing back slide canceling, reload canceling, all these things that we've wanted, or we want back, right? Obviously, we have the whole video up of everything that they're doing. And they pretty much, the biggest emphasis when they were talking to us was, we don't want you to feel restricted. And in contrary, Modern Warfare 2 was like, yo, we don't want you to go crazy. Like, we want you to play exactly the way we want you to play. And so now, the great thing about Modern Warfare 3 is, and I feel like this, is I feel like if you want, you can play however you want. Nobody's forced to play.
Actually,
you can literally play how you want to play campy and play like, quote unquote, ratty. I don't want to say, but like, you know, very tactical.
Sentinel.
Yeah, that's a great word. You can. There's nothing stopping you. But now, if you want to get cracked, if you want to, you know, you can play like that too. It doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day,
you still got to hit your shots.
Exactly. So like, look, for example, I don't care for people saying, oh, movement, like all these people saying, oh, movement's going to break the game, or even like the casual community, or like, I'll be honest, the bots. Like, no. Look at I'm not, this is gas. This is not talking shit. Look at FIFA, Modern Warfare 2019. His movement was dog shit. I love you, FIFA. You know that. But his movement, that man didn't slide cancel for nothing. But that man was a sentry gun. He did not miss. And he was still incredibly good at Modern Warfare 2019. his movement was horrible, right? So it's like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you hit your shots, you're gonna win 90% of the time. So now they just give you now have different tools to utilize. You can play Sentinel, but like at the end of the day, COD is COD, and if you miss, you're losing, bro. There's a reason why all these TikTokers suck. Like all these TikTokers are they're ass because they have hella good movement.
He's coming for you, chat.
I don't care.
Whoever,
bro.
you know those creators he's talking about.
These TikTokers are dog shit because they're over here slide casting like crazy, but they don't know how to shoot their gun. They,
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like so I don't know. COD is COD, but again, I'm really excited, man. I hope COD Next is fun, and I'm really, again, multiplayer felt how it felt. Let's be honest, I can't speak on it too much. Everybody will play it in October 5th and 6th. Or no, October 6th. October 6th, the beta comes out. October
PlayStation
5th.
Early Access if you own the game, pre-order or whatever, or you have a beta code.
Yeah.
They'll probably give creators like 500 creator codes too, or whatever. You know what I mean? Not the creator codes, but the beta codes. They'll just give them, here's a list of 500. All right, cool. Here's an image. Bye.
So everybody in 5 weeks will have their chance to play the game and see how it feels. I am very curious to go to Next and play Warzone. We played Warzone last time. I wouldn't see why we wouldn't play Warzone. And in the thing, it said on the
reveal,
when they announced the reveal, it said and get a reveal at how Warzone will feel, something like that. So I really hope they don't.
I feel
mess
like
up
we're
the
gonna
Warzone.
get like some kind of trailer before then. I hope.
Yeah.
Like literally just dead silent until then. That's so far away, bro. We got London before then.
Yeah,
which is gonna be lit.
So I think it'll go by fast. It'll go by fast. At least I think so. We go to London or World Series of Warzone in 2 weeks. Then after that, it's Next and beta, and it's literally 2 weeks after that. So I think it'll go by fast. But yeah, man. I mean, JGOD, anything to kind of end on, man. I think we went over everything we needed to go over, and again, we're just gonna have to wait and see, man. I hope this is like the dark times. You know how they say, oh, you don't know you're in the good times until you leave them.
Hey,
we know we're in the dark times, brother. Let me tell you, we've known. So I hope this is the end of the dark times, and I hope finally COD can get back to where it needs to be.
Bro, I'm not hyped. I'm ready. I'm hyped. I mean, there's so much to look forward to with it, just from what we know or is going to be changed. And even though there are some people that get up with this is marketed. Well, if MW2 never came out, half those features wouldn't need to be marketed. Yeah, it's just because people think that is, something that it's not. Like, oh, they brought back the minimap. Well, good. Like,
should have been there.
We didn't have to market that for 15 years, but now we have to because somebody decided to remove it. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So listen, man, guys, I don't know. Make your judgments for yourselves come October 6th. Beta comes out, and let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I pray. Listen, if the beta comes out, I'm putting this now in this here, so everybody can clip it. And if it comes out and it's ass, don't get mad at us because maybe what we played was different than what we're gonna get. I hope that's not the case because we saw last year beta came out. It was decent. Slide canceling, bunny hopping. You could, do things right. It was all right.
Impractical slide canceling, but yes.
Yeah. But it still felt okay. It felt okay. And then the game came out and they slowed it down. I don't know what they were thinking. But again, we'll find out in about a month or two, or 5 weeks from now, how it feels. But JGOD, anything else before we go?
No, I think we're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to see you in a couple weeks here.
Yes, sir. World Series of Warzone, guys. We will have a podcast probably next week for sure. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got some announcements too coming very soon.
Are you doing maybe we could talk about it off stream, but maybe a possible meet and greet type thing that we got to try, because there's going to be 150 creators there, but I don't think Activision's setting it up.
Well,
unless it's on the low.
There will not be official meet and greets, but when we're allowed to talk about it, we'll talk about what we're doing over there, which I think it's one of, everybody already knows what we're doing over there, but it's one of those things we haven't announced yet. But and then we can talk about where it's gonna be, JGOD, so that way I'll talk to you about it. Forget it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. No, we got a lot to talk about. We also have Watch Party Vondo final tomorrow.
And
which is the 31st Thursday.
Yep. And then Friday is CDO versus Warzone finale 2v2. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. So I'm excited, man. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Pullze Check podcast. Again, we'll have another one next week, going over a bunch of stuff that I can't talk about yet. We'll announce it next week. But if you guys are want to watch any competitive Call of Duty, tomorrow we'll be watching the Vandal tournament, which is the epic conclusion. Diaz and the boys have won four back-to-back tournaments. They're gonna try to go for the 5P. And then Friday is the 2v2 CDO versus Warzone finale. Friday. That one's gonna be sick. So JGOD, anything to conclude on?
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Pullze Check podcast. We'll see you next week, baby. Peace.